Recording.
Alright guys, 2025 Kawasaki Z650. Got a few miles on it now, 300 miles or so. Thought I'd give a quick review and we'll run it around the block. Huge upgrade from the MT-03, and really it's a sexy ass bike, that's all I know. We'll get out of this neighborhood and we'll talk a little bit. So the transition from the 300 to the 650 has been simple so far. I'm actually a little a little depressed that it hasn't been a little more difficult, but I did spend a lot of time practicing on the 300. I did not outgrow the 300. There's still so much more I could have learned with just staying on that bike, but I got to be able to keep up with my wife at least a little bit. She's smoking me on that Hornet. Goodness, that CB750 is no joke. We'll get there though. Right, we're clear. I forgot to wash my visor. Still got bug guts on it from yesterday. Anyways, power wise compared to the 300, it's not even close. Completely, it's 100% more powerful. Stability wise, it's 100% better. It's so stable. That's like the first kind of impression that I got on this thing, was just, it's like it's rock solid. Like my biggest complaint on the MT-03 had been the wind, and it's a naked bike. I still feel the wind, but I know that it does not get tossed around the way the MT-03 got tossed around. Now, I think on paper it's about 50 pounds heavier than the MT-03, and I am not a little guy, so that, I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. But that's been an absolute game changer for me. It's made it so much more enjoyable. The acceleration from about 40, I think 40-ish in fourth gear, third gear and 40 is kind of when you really dig into this bike a little bit. Like I don't know the gearing, I don't know the fueling, I don't know the tune, I don't know that shit. I know that first, second, third to fourth, or to the end of third, you're just kind of cruising along. When you start digging into like 40, 45 miles an hour, you really hit a burst there in the torque for sure, and the power. The traction control, let's talk about that for a second. There ain't no traction control on the MT-03. I've not felt my back now I've been in 2 on the, which is the highest setting of traction control for the most part. Mostly because I suck. I have turned it off a few times just to test it out. I have put it in performance mode, or mode 1, I guess that's what I figured out, a couple times. There's a big power difference between the traction control 2, which I'm calling rain mode. I don't think Kawasaki calls it that. And then the 1, which is kind of like the performance mode. there's a noticeable acceleration, a noticeable more acceleration in the traction control one. So that's cool. I guess, yeah, it gives me something to work up into. On the two, in the wind, on the highway, I just feel steady. Like I don't, there's no really other way for me to explain it other than it feels steady, feels good. It's very confidence building. You can really kind of dig into some turns, even maybe it's a little bit more than what my skill level is, but I feel so comfortable because the bike is just, it's solid. Now I won't get crazy with it, but you know. Anyways, look, I mean, yeah, the bike is gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. Runs great. I mean, there's 300 miles on it. I guess complaints so far, complaints are nitpicky for me at this point. I love this bike so far. I will say the back brake is very soft. I almost want to get that. I almost want to get it looked at. When I get to 600, when I get to that first service, I'm gonna mention that. I'm gonna write that down. The back brake is very soft. I don't even, I mean, I know it can't completely stop me, which is fine. I wasn't expecting it to. But man, you've got to, I feel like I have to stomp on it to really get any kind of good braking out of it at all. The MT-03 was not like that. My wife's Hornet is not like that. Both of those, the one's a Yamaha, the other one's Honda, but neither one of them are like that. Both of them have strong back brakes. So I don't know if that's just a design thing for this bike. I mean, this bike is essentially a this bike is essentially a Ninja 650 without the fairings, is what I've been told, or what I've read and what I've seen online. So I mean maybe it's not designed to have a strong back brake because you're back braking into corners, and I don't know. Someone can explain it to me, but it does feel very mushy gushy. There is a lot more vibration on this bike, which I was expecting. Definitely a lot more vibration than obviously the MT-03, but still a lot more vibration than the wife's CB650 or 750. I'm sorry. So I think that's just a trait of this engine. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. It just feels like it's a little more vibration heavy. Front brake is strong. Dual calipers, Nissan, whatever it is. It feels good. I don't have any complaints about the front brake at all. The vibration. I've got a sound coming out of the back, the back of the bike, by the rotor, or by the rotors, by the sorry, this turn right here scared people. Don't pay attention on this road. I love this road, but we got some wackies out here in Missouri. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the sound. It's got a strange sound. It's got a sound almost like the chain is hitting something. I mean, I would have never noticed it. I would have never even known about it until my wife like, hey, let me run your new bike around the corner because I want to see what it feels like, blah, blah, blah. She comes back, she says, it's making a strange sound. You know what that is? I have no idea what it is. I don't know shit about bikes. But it really is making a strange, I mean, it just sounds like it's rubbing against something. I AI Googled it, Reddited it, I looked it up. I keep coming back to the chain is a little off, something's just a little tad bit off, and they will address it at the 600-mile service. It's not anything. I called 2 places, neither one of them were overly concerned about it. Both of them said, yeah, bring it in, we'll take a look at it. It probably just needs to be adjusted slightly. I was like, yeah, you're right. It runs perfect. It shifts smooth. I don't have any reason to feel that it's like a mechanical issue or something wrong with the bike. I just feel like there's something somewhere that needs to be turned a 1/4 inch and then probably be good after that. So we're gonna get to 600 pretty quick. I'm at 341 right now. Got it, picked it up last Saturday? Yeah, last Saturday. I've had a week. Oh, snap. I've had it a week now. Perfect. So, I got an absolutely fabulous deal. It's a 2025. They were clearing them out. They were trying to get the 2026s in. They, you know, the 2026, I mean, I don't know the other years, but they had Z500s and Z650s in 2026 that they were getting ready to stock. I paid what I was getting ready to pay for a Ninja 5 or 2025 Ninja 500. I was getting ready to pay and make that deal. Is what I got this for, essentially. They were lowballing the living fuck out of me, and it was just annoying. I'm like, the MT-03 had 3,000 miles on it, not a fucking scratch, never been laid down, never been dropped, never been ridden hard. My wife rode it for a few months before she upgraded. I rode it for a few months. We had it for barely a year, and they were trying to give us, well, the last place we talked to was trying to give us $2,700 for it, something like that. I said no, and they called me in and come on in, we'll take a look at the bike, we'll see what we can do, blah 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 blah. We go in there and he's like, oh yeah, best we can do is oh no, let's rewind. We go in there, the motherfucker's like, oh yeah, it's about as perfect as it can get. Looks great. I mean, I don't even know if I need to let the mechanic look at it because it's so clean, and I saw you pull up in it. He's like, I'll let the mechanic just look it over real quick, then we'll come back and let my sales manager see it and be right back. Cool. Comes back, best we can do is $2,750. I'm like, dude, come on, are you serious? Yeah, I was offered $3,200 over the phone from another dealership, just calling them up, and they were like, yeah, and they were like apologizing, and they were, yeah, they knew that even 32 was a little low. Like it's 2026, we have access to numbers, we have access to trade values, blue book trade values. I knew I wasn't going to get $5,000 for it. I know that. I knew I wasn't expecting to trade it for $4,000. I just wanted them to be fair, and they just didn't want to be fair. So cool, no problem. 32 was the next. It was Honda. I was really looking at the CBR 500, but when I found the deal on this one, I'm just like, dude, all right, we gotta pull the trigger. This place was in Kansas, about 2 hours away from home. So we put a deposit down, and we had about a week before we could come pick it up. We were still planning on trading it in. He said low 3,000, could probably do 3,250. Of course, he would want to look at it, and I said, I understand, of course, you know, you look at it. I was like, it's perfect though, like, I mean, whatever. But we sat around thinking, like, you know, if we throw it on Marketplace and get more than 3,200 for it, we're winning. We're essentially getting more money doing that, no matter however way it splits. The only thing is we have to deal with Marketplace people. So I'm like, shit, someone's gonna get a fucking great deal. I put it on at 4,500 and had emails and texts and messages that night. Had to kind of sort through the scammy sounding ones, and I want to come pick it up right now, I'm going to give you 4,700. I'm like, no, that sounds ridiculous. But, finally found a couple days later, a girl messaged me from Kansas City, about 3 hours away, and she's wants to get her first bike, and she's looking to something that's, you know, small and easy to use, and I fit the bill, and start talking to her a little bit, and you know, she's got a kid and her boyfriend they're gonna come down in the truck and pick it up, and so essentially held it for her and kind of blocked out all the other offers, and we ended up giving it to her for 4,000. I was happy with that. You know, we could have, I felt like we were solid, probably solid. We probably would have got 45 for it, no problem, but whatever. We were winning either way. I mean, shit, we were up 800 bucks on what the dealership was going to offer us, and we were up 1,200 from what the other place is going to offer us for the Ninja. So we were happy, they were happy, they got a good deal, we got a good deal. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. We're, like I said, 1 week into ownership. We've got 300 miles on it already. We'll probably do another 300 miles this upcoming week, and then take it in for its first service, get everything tightened down and adjusted. And yes, I'm following the break-in, blah blah blah. You gotta stay around 4,000 RPMs. Now the book did absolutely say you could go up to 5,000 if it's for short periods of time. I'm definitely trying to cycle through all the gears and really get a good I mean, you know, I don't know, just cycle through all the gears and let the bike kind of set in how it's supposed to before I'm not going to be able to open up nothing. I don't like before I really open her up. I don't know, like before I take it on the highway and try and do 90, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't even do that. So like my idea of fun is trying to get better at those curves and those turns and acceleration, and yeah, from like the 20 to 50 range, getting in and out of those numbers as quick as possible is what I really like. So yeah, all right, I think that about wraps it up. Oh, is that my turn? Yeah, there's my turn. All right, thanks guys, bye. Let's see if the wife's messaged me back. Maybe we'll keep going. We'll continue. Oh, she's not messaged me back yet. Let's see if we've got more time. She's at a barbecue or something. Oh, we do have more time. Let's see where she's at. I don't know why she's ignoring me. Okay. All right, they're still out there. So we got a few more minutes. I'll go down this other little route that I really like around my house. Just kidding. Yeah, traction control too. Like, it's funny because it just feel. I don't know how else to explain feeling solid. Like, it just feels solid. It feels planted. It feels like you can really kind of dig into your turns. You really just kind of you lean, and you got to lean the bike to kind of get it to go. Where the much lighter MT-03, I just felt like I was getting blown around a lot. Even in, like, I mean, I know I slid the back tire out of that a few times, and I have yet to slide the back tire out of this thing. So I don't know. It might be a crutch for right now. It might be. I know for a fact that it's slowing down my acceleration right now, which is fine. As I get used to it and get used to the extra power and get used to the extra everything, right? The extra size. It's a on paper, it's not much bigger than the MT-03. It's bigger than the MT-03. If I had them side by side, you would notice it. I can notice it sitting on it. The seat is 1,000 times better than the Hornet seat. The Hornet seat is, guys, if you got a CB750 Hornet, you already know. You know I'm not talking shit. The seat is trash. That shit is like sitting on a fucking brick. I don't know what the fuck Honda was doing with that, or what their idea of. I don't know. I mean, there's no even way to fucking justify it. This shit is it's a trash seat. If you get that bike, it's a badass bike. First of all, just plan on swapping that fucking seat out within. I would do it immediately. I'm sure they lost a lot of sales, just from people who aren't sure what they want and sit on that bike and they're like, nope, not that. That's not what I want. The seat on this one feels good. It's in a good spot for me. It's low. This, I don't know what the seat height is. It's similar to the MT-03. It's a little tiny bit higher than the MT-03 and a little bit lower than the Hornet. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I know in the world of 650s, this is a slow fucking bike. I've watched all the videos and I've read all the things, and I know that. But for me, I don't know. Is this a starter bike? For me, it wasn't, and I needed to start on the MT-03 or an R3. I think an R3 would have been. I still want to buy an R3 just to fucking dick around with it. I really like that low displacement Yamahas. I think a R3 would be fun, like a beat up one that I can practice modding out. I think that would be fun. I'll keep an eye out. But I needed to start there. I've never rode a bike before, a motorcycle. I've not really been big on riding bicycles in general. So I know I had and still have a lot of work to do with balance and core and turning and leaning and blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna turn right here and make sure this guy can see me back here. So I needed to start on the 300. I really don't know about other people. I think if you had even just a little bit of experience on something, you're probably more than fine to start on this or the Ninja 650 or anything in that kind of general range of bikes. I would say that which is funny. I mean, it doesn't sound much bigger. The CB750 is absolutely not a beginner bike. Absolutely fucking not. That thing, I don't know. Honda put some wizardry into that shit, because that engine is just different. That thing It doesn't even want to go under 40 miles an hour. I was talking to my wife about it a while back. I was like, your bike doesn't even want to go under 40. Like, it just cruises 35 in first and very little engine braking, and it's just like it's waiting for you to pull that throttle. And it's got a reputation for being punchy. I guess that's what all the cool kids are calling it. It's fucking punchy. It's a twin cylinder. It's super punchy. It's fucking too punchy. Like, it's too much. It definitely needs to be dialed down for if you're newer to riding and that just happens to be your first bike, then that probably needs to be something that you consider. Now, it does have all the things. It's got the traction controls. It's got the rain mode. It's got the different settings so that you can really, this fucking grass, dial it in and get it to where you feel comfortable with it. But that might be the next thing we do. When my wife's ready to trade that in, I might just take that from her and let her trade this one in if I'm ready to go up, or I might just stay here. I really like this fucking bike. I like the color scheme, the black and the green. I mean, that's just sick. Of course, I like the Yamaha blue too. That deep blue that they got. Oh, those new R7s. Woo, those sound slick. I don't think if I was looking down the road next year, a couple years, whatever, I don't think an MT-07 or even an R7 would be much of an upgrade as far as like power and speed and everything. I don't know. I don't know where I would go from there. I still want to work my way up till I get to a spot that I really like. I still want a cruiser. I still really love the idea of the DCTs, the Rebel 1100 DCTs. I think that's my personality, is laid back and just enjoy the ride and see the sights and stop and take pictures and all that fun stuff. So I think that's why I feel like that kind of style would fit me better. I don't like the Harley. There's not a Harley, maybe the nicer kind of, sort of. Maybe the nicer. The older Sportsters, maybe. Like, there's not any of the new Harleys that I like. Like, that I would just look at it and go, damn, that's a nice bike. Like, none of them. So that's out. The Indian Scout, which is kind of like the Nightster competition, I guess, right around that $10,000 mark. Those are good looking bike. I don't know. I think a lot of people, especially online, like it's a fucking dick swinging contest, and oh well, you need to have the this or that or the other fucking thing. Like, oh, the best middleweight sports bike's an MT-09. Yeah, okay. It's 12 grand before you even, as soon as you walk in the door, before you even fucking add on the dealer fees and the transportation fees and the fucking assembly and all the other shit that they're gonna add on to that shit. Which absolutely fucking blew my mind about. There was no price transparency in motorcycle dealerships for some reason in my area now. You call them like, hey, what am I going to have to pay for this motorcycle to take it home? You'll have no fucking idea. And it'll be a drastic different number for the same exact bike across town. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's like a fucking mystery. Oh, well, you know, we got to add this and check on this. And no, you don't. Tell me how much. What do I need? I'm going to write a check. How much do I need to bring? What do I need to write the check for? And I can walk away with that bike today. Oh, well, come in and try it out. No, I don't want to try it out. I know what I want. I'm going to decide what I want before I ever get there. So, hats off to the J Hatfields. I don't know. That's just a Midwest thing. But J Hatfields, if you look on their websites and you call their dealerships, you're dealing, at least the ones I've dealt with, you're dealing with the final number. Like the bottom line price that they're showing it's got the other fees already factored into it, and they are competitive. Oh, I don't want to do that. They're competitive with people's base price, so they're doing something right. Now, again, you get there and you want to add a warranty or a battery coverage or wheel or whatever, then yeah, whatever. But I'm just talking about trying to figure out what you're going to actually pay for the bike. And so hats off to them. I really appreciated knowing what I was getting myself into before I was trying to get myself into something. Honda of the Ozarks is another one that was not... By the way, this hill when I first started right here, I thought I was about to quit motorcycling because I couldn't get up that little hill without rolling backwards. Anyways, Honda of the Ozark, a close second. They're not super transparent on the prices online, but you could figure it out. Like they got enough transparency that I figured out that they have an administration fee of $299. And then they have a destination charge on their brand new bikes anyways of anywhere from $600 to $800 depending on the size of the bike. So you were right around that like $11,000 to $12,000 mark was what it seemed like. $1,100 to $1,200 to be safe. Added on to whatever their advertised price was. Now they had a few on there that they're like, hey, this one's on sale, out the door price is this, and this, and they had all their fees listed. Then you just kind of take those fees. The fees were never on sale, so you'd add those to the price of the base price of their other models, and after getting a couple quotes on some things, it was pretty easy to figure out. And if you call them and if you go in, they seemed pretty straightforward. They weren't trying to hide behind anything and inflate numbers. At least it didn't seem like it. We didn't end up buying anything from them. Like I said, the only Honda really in my kind of price range was that what I was looking to do, which was trade the MT-03 on $3,000 to $4,000 and then kick in 2-3 and then get a good beginner friendly middleweight bike, you know. And the only one that they really had that fit that bill was the CBR 500. It's $500, and they out the door were right around $6,000, $6,500, $6,600. I think they had a special going on for those, and that was kind of, again, that was a 500. I mean, the jump up from the 321 to the 500, I don't know how much of a jump that would have been for me. Seeing as I don't feel that the jump from the 321 to the 650 has been very dramatic. But that could be because because the traction control on this bike is just good, or I'm just not used to riding with traction control. Could be those things. I don't know. But when you're looking at price ranges of things, it changes the conversation, and people on, oh, whoops, I get distracted sometimes. The people do this is the top 10 beginner friendly bike, and then they want to compare an Aprilia 457 to a fucking R3. Like, no, dude. You're not walking off the floor with an Aprilia 457 for less than $8,000. Like 75, $8,000. That's what you're paying for that. We got deals on R3s in our area for $5,500 out the door, brand new. Like, go home with it. Like, that's not the same category. There needs to be some transparency in the advertising of some of these online best of videos. But yeah, that's my spill.
Motion detected in the front yard.